Next topic is some of the applications of direct spread spectrum signals, direct sequence spectrum signals. In that first one, low detectability signal transmission. So in this application, what we do, the information bearing signal is transmitted at very low power, means whatever is important to us is transmitted at very low power relative to whatever background noise is there. The noise might be the channel noise or it might be the thermal noise that is generated at the receiver. So what happens if the direct spread spectrum occupies a bandwidth of, for example, if the direct spread spectrum signal occupies a bandwidth of W, that is the bandwidth of the channel, then power spectral density of the noise is indicated by N0, then the average power in the bandwidth W, so average power in bandwidth W is actually given by Pn is equal to power, that is power is given equal to the bandwidth multiplied by power spectral density. So average received signal power at the intended receiver is PR. So at the receiver, whatever power is received, that is indicated by PR. If we wish to hide the presence of the signal from the receivers that are in the same vicinity of our intended receiver, the signal is transmitted at power such that PR, that is power at the receiver, and power at the transmitter must be less than or equal to 1. So intended receiver can recover the weak information bearing signal. So only intended receiver, there may be hundreds of receivers, but only intended receiver will able to get this particular signal. Why? Depending upon the processing gain and coding gain. Why other receivers cannot get this information? Because the PN sequence is different. So when the PN sequence is different, only intended receiver will know the PN sequence which the transmitter is using. So only that particular transmitter is able to get back that signal. Then for others, it will even though they have the knowledge of processing gain and coding gain, but they don't have, other receivers don't have the knowledge of PN sequence. Because of that, they cannot take the advantage of this. So the presence of the information bearing signal is difficult to detect. We say that the transmitted signal has low probability of being intercepted, and it is called LPI signal. LPI, low probability of intercept, that is called low LPI signal. So this is the first application of DSSS. Now the second application is CDMA. In short, the full form of that CDMA is code division multiple access. So what is code division multiple access? So if you have a channel and you will be having many transmitters this side and you will having many receivers at this side. So this channel, before what used to happen, only one transmitter is used to use the channel. But because of the advantages given by the DSSS, all the transmitters or many transmitters can use the channel simultaneously. Now the problem is, for example, transmitter 1 wants to send the information to receiver 1. The transmitter 2 wants to send the information to the receiver 2, like that. Now if everybody sends at a time, then how these receivers can identify which signal belongs to them? That is the problem, right? Now that is the problem which you have to address. Now the simple solution is PN sequence, that is pseudo random sequence. Now whatever the pseudo random sequence the transmitter 1 is using, only receiver 1 will be knowing it. For then the other messages or the information from other transmitters to the receiver 1 will be like noise, because it knows only the PN sequence of the transmitter 1, whichever the PN sequence the transmitter 1 is using. So it will decode the signal using the PN sequence, the same PN sequence which transmitter 1 is using. So automatically the other information from other transmitters will act as noise to it. So this kind of communication is called as code division multiple access. So this works effectively if the transmitters use the channel for transmission for short period of time. We can easily increase the number of transmitters if the transmitters use the channel for short period of time. That is one of the advantages of CDMA. and it is very easy to add the number of transmitters, and it is very easy to remove if the some of the transmitters are not required without reconfiguring the whole system. That is one of the advantage given by DSSS. Now the last application of DSSS signals is in wireless LAN. Spread spectrum signals are normally used in wireless LAN, that is IEEE wireless LAN, which is having a number of 802.11. Again there are flavors, especially 802.11b also uses it. 802.11 and 802.11b also uses the spread spectrum, and this is transmitted at a frequency of 2.4 gigahertz frequency band. See, available channel bandwidth, which is 2.4 gigahertz, is divided into 14 channels. Overlapping channels, we say, 14 overlapping channels, and each channel will have 22 megahertz bandwidth. Although all the channels are not used in every country, but it is divided into 14 channels. In the 802.11 standard, a 11 chip Barker sequence is modulated and transmitted at a rate of 11 megahertz. It means in 802.11 standard, an 11 chip Barker sequence is modulated as well as transmitted. At what rate? At 11 megahertz rate. The 11 chip Barker sequence is, this 11 chip Barker sequence is given by 1 minus 1 1 1 minus 1, then 1 and then 1 again, then 1 minus 1 minus 1 and minus 1. So these are the 11 chip Barker sequence. The Barker sequence is either modulated using BPSK or it might be modulated using QPSK. If the BPSK is used, it means the combination of BPSK and 11 chip Barker sequence. If this is used, then 1 Mbps speed is achieved, because BPSK uses 1 bit only. If QPSK used, which uses 2 bits along with combination of 11 chip Barker sequence, then the 2 Mbps speed can be achieved very easily. In the 802.11b standard, 11 megahertz chip rate is maintained, but Barker sequence is now replaced by a set of 8 chip waveform sequences called complementary code shift keying, that is called CCK. The use of the CCK modulation results in a data rate of 11 Mbps, which is much more higher than 1 Mbps and 2 Mbps. So these are the applications of DSSS system and signals.